All right, here with this week's real estate tips from Team Ruggles. We're with Atlanta Communities in Carsville, Georgia. And today I'm going to talk about a specific loan, all right, for specific people. It's a VA loan in Georgia, qualifications, details, and processing steps, all right. Qualifications. Your service requirements. You have to have 90 days active duty during wartime. You could have 181 days of active duty during peacetime, or 6 years National Guard reserves, or you could be the surviving spouse of an eligible veteran. All right. Credit and income. Credit score 580 to 620 or higher. That's the typical requirement for lenders. Debt to income ratio around 41%, and next week I'm going to talk a little bit more about debt ratio. So it has to be 41%. And I'll get into that next week, what that is. It's basically the amount of bills that you have cannot be over 41% of the income you bring in monthly. All right, so stable, reliable income required. Your lender's going to check and make sure that you've been in a job for a certain amount of time, and that you have a stable income or reliable income coming in monthly. All right, property requirements must be the primary residence. It can't be a rental or a second home. Must meet VA minimum property requirements. There's going to be an inspection by a VA inspector, and it would have to meet those requirements. So the VA loan details. Down payment, none. That's a big thing for any veteran that is getting out of the military and is stopped moving around and is a first-time home buyer. But it's a big deal for any veteran not having to have a down payment. Mortgage insurance, none. So that's another positive. Funding fee, 2.15%. For the first use, 3.3% for subsequent, and it's waived with VA disability. So if you have a disability from military, you are waived from those funding fees. Your first time you do it is 2.15%, and subsequent times that you might do the loan is 3.3%. Loan limits, no set limit. However, Georgia's conforming limit is $766,550, and that was set in 2025. Interest rates, competitive, often lower than conventional. Your conventional is going to be that 15 or 30-year fixed mortgage rate, and it pretty much goes off of the 30. It's going to be lower than the 30-year interest rate. Closing costs. Seller may contribute up to 4%. All right, so if you have a $100,000 house that you're buying, you can ask the seller to help with the closing cost of up to 4%, which would be $4,000. Okay. Now, processing steps in getting this: you obtain a certificate of eligibility. You get pre-approved by a VA lender. It has to be a VA-approved lender. Find a home, VA loan eligible. All right. VA appraisal ordered by the lender. Underwriting review. You're clear to close, and the closing and move in. So those are your steps of getting a VA loan and getting into your house. All right. So key advantages of VA loans in Georgia: no down payment required. Lower interest rates than the FHA conventional or conventional. No PMI, private mortgage insurance. Easier financing options. All right. And foreclosure protections for veterans. So those are some key advantages to a veteran or a VA loan. All right. I'm hoping that this information helped you out, especially if you're a veteran. And by the way, thank you for your service. If you are a veteran, hope that information helped you out. If you're studying for the test to become a realtor, hope that information helped you out. if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, and also subscribe. I'm trying to do weekly informations for you, as well as anybody being a buyer or a seller or having any questions about real estate. Which reminds me, if you put in the comments something that you would like to see, more than likely I will be happy to try and accommodate that on one of my weekly tips. It's Team Ruggles, Atlanta Communities. The number's right there. You can reach our voicemail, our directory, from their directory. In serving Bartow, Floyd, and Gordon counties. We also serve others, but those are the ones that we are specialized and focused in. All right. So Bartow, Gordon, and Floyd. All right. I appreciate your time. Hopefully these tips help you out. I'll see you next week.